All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Friday, April 12th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at the leaderboard and have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I am 0-0 right at the moment. That's because I gave out the New Orleans Pelicans plus 1.5 going up against the Kings. That game is about to tip off. Very excited to get off here and hopefully watch a very competitive basketball game.
Yeah, I am 0-0 as well. I gave out the Warriors minus 15. They did have a couple people not playing tonight, so they're all the way down to minus 4.5. Still confident with them going up against the Portland Trail Blazers as a play. Also, Trey, I wanted to talk about before we go to the player props. What is wrong with the Boston Celtics? Like, they're down 108 to 84 against the Knicks at home. Is this a bad team? What's your take?
The one thing you don't want is to go into the NBA playoffs with negative momentum, and it looks like they have thrown in the towel on the regular season, something you don't want to do.
I don't understand how they lose games. Anyway, they should not be losing this game. All right, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, and I am 1-0 on the player props. That's gave out DeMar DeRozan over 28.5 points versus the Pistons. DeMar, he cashed for us very early in the second half. He was absolutely on fire in this game, easily scored 30-plus points.
Yeah, and I have CJ McCollum. I said over 3.5 made threes, but he's been so good lately that it's all the way up to 4.5 made threes. So I did take the 5+ threes. We don't try to fudge the numbers over here. We bet every play, and I did have to take 4.5. So he has to hit 5 threes tonight for me to go 1-0. So hopefully he does do that going up against the Kings tonight. Trey, let's take a look at the plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
It's absolutely wild. But for my game pick today, it's going to be this Phoenix Suns going up against Sacramento Kings game. And it's going to be a very entertaining game to watch. Both teams desperately need this win. And both teams can find themselves in the 7-against-8 matchup in the play-in tournament if everything stands still. But the Suns, they do have a chance to get out of the play-in. They're only a half game behind the Pelicans for the 6th seed. But the Kings, they are nipping at the Suns' heels. They're only 1.5 games behind Phoenix, but are only a half game ahead of the Lakers for the 9th seed. The Kings definitely need this game more than the Suns, but I just think the Suns are significantly better. Give me the Suns, and I'm going to take them minus 4.5. This line was at minus 2.5 legitimately about 45 minutes ago, an hour ago. It has hopped up all the way up to this high, and it does not scare me at all. It actually gives me more confidence because I believe that they are going to control this game. These two teams, they've already played 4 times this year, and each team they've won twice. And the average score in those 4 games was 119 to 115 in the Kings' favor. But we are getting towards the end of the regular season. And this big 3 for the Suns, they're playing very well at the moment. In Phoenix, they are completely healthy, unlike the Kings, who are without Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter. And Keegan Murray is questionable for this game. Maybe he was ruled out, and maybe that's why the line has jumped up. I don't know. But look for the Suns to just outscore the Kings in this game. That's because Phoenix, they do have a pretty decent defense. They're actually ranked 7th in the NBA in terms of field goal percentage allowed. That's because Phoenix, they force you into very tough shots because of their length. And the Kings, they're going to be losing this game because of their lack of perimeter shooting. We've seen the Kings scoring production dip pretty significantly over the last couple weeks or so, and they're going to find little success in the painted area as well. So give me the better team here. I'm going to take the Suns now minus 4.5 versus the Kings.
Yep, I'm glad you went there because I talked about a little bit in my play here. For my play today, another massive game in the West. The Golden State Warriors going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm taking the Warriors again to win this game on the money line. The Warriors with the win against Portland, which should happen tonight or yesterday for you guys, will be tied with the Lakers and the Kings with 45 wins of the season. The Pelicans are sitting at the 6th spot right now in the West, and they have a big matchup against the Kings tonight or yesterday again for you guys. Hopefully they win that game, and the Kings will fall and let the Warriors have their spot. We also have a matchup against the Phoenix Suns and the Kings, just like Trey just talked about. So if one of these teams loses a game, they have potential to go from the 8 to the 10 seed, and that means the Warriors should have the potential to go from the 10 seed to the 8 seed if they win out. The Western Conference race right now has been very fun to watch, and the Warriors with back-to-back wins against the Blazers and the Pelicans would be sitting at 46 wins and only 2 games out of the spot for the 6th spot against the Pelicans. The only way that the Warriors can get that spot is if the Pelicans lose against the Kings, then they win out, and the Kings lose to the Phoenix Suns because we only have 2 games left in the regular season for the NBA. I think the Warriors are going to win out. They have to play the Blazers tonight or yesterday for you guys watching this. Then they have this game against the Pelicans, which they desperately need to win if they want to have home court advantage come playoff or play in tournament time. Then they play the Jazz. They should easily win that game. The Warriors win out. They have a chance for the 6 or the 7 seed. They're going to have home court advantage. I don't know why I'm rooting for the Warriors. Trey asked me before we recorded. I don't even know. I don't know why I want the Warriors to be winning. They were a dynasty. Now they've kind of fallen apart. I kind of want to see them succeed again. Give me the Warriors here on the money line as the play going up against the Pelicans. Trey, let's take a look at the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be talking about Spida. Give me Donovan Mitchell to go over 25.5 points going up against the Pacers. I love this over for Mitchell in this game. We should see him enjoy a very nice game here. Even though Donovan, he's coming in this game with some negative momentum, that's given us this nice discount line here because over Mitchell's last 5 games, he's only averaging 17.6 points per game, well below his season-long average. But I believe we're going to see Mitchell bounce back and have himself a day here. That's because of his matchup versus the Pacers. Indiana, they play at a very fast pace, which is awesome for their offense, puts up a ton of points, but it can put their defense behind the 8 ball. And we've seen that historically because over the last 5 times Mitchell has played against the Pacers, he's averaging a massive 33.2 points per game. And all 5 of those games were with the Cleveland Cavaliers on his new team. So Mitchell, he's going to come in this game very confident and ready to lead his team to a victory because the Cavaliers, they can still move up to the 3rd seed over the last couple games of the NBA season. So give me Donovan Mitchell to go over 25.5 points versus the Pacers.
Yeah, Trey, I like it. For my player prop today, I'm going to be looking at Nikola Jokic to go over his total points going up against the Spurs. The Nuggets got a massive win against the Timberwolves in their last game, taking a lead in the Western Conference as the 1 seed, sitting 1 game above both the Thunder and the Timberwolves. The Denver Nuggets only have 2 games left in the regular season. One against the Spurs, the other is going to be against the Memphis Grizzlies, both of which they should win fairly easily. The Nuggets are forced to play all their players in this game. If they win and the Thunder and Timberwolves lose, they can rest on the last day. But in this game, Nikola Jokic is going to be on the floor in this one. He's going to dominate Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs defense. Jokic is coming off a 41-point performance, shooting 80% from the field against the T-Wolves, and he has now scored 32-plus points in 4 of his last 7 games. Looking at the matchup against the Spurs, I know that Victor's a freak player. I think he's a very good player. He's already really good. Nobody can deny that. He just lacks muscle right now, and we saw that with Giannis Antetokounmpo when he first came into the league. He just needs a little bit more time because going up against Nikola Jokic, the San Antonio Spurs in the last 4 matchups have given up 31-plus points to him in 4 games. In the last game against the Spurs and against Victor, Nikola Jokic had 42 points, 16 rebounds. He shot 32 times from the field. Obviously, the Denver Nuggets see a mismatch, and so should everybody else here. Give me Nikola Jokic over his total points as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be taking the Suns. Like I said, jumped up, now minus 4.5 versus the Kings. Have a lot of confidence. They're just the better team, and they're going to come in this game prepared. I'm also going with Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points versus the Pacers. I expect Spider to just put the team on his back. He knows Cleveland needs this win, and he knows that the momentum needs to be carried into the playoffs. So he should show up here.
Yeah, and I'm going with the Warriors on the money line. They're the more desperate team. They're trying to get to at least the 7th seed that they can have home court in the play-in tournament. If the Pelicans win tonight against the Kings, it's going to be harder for them to get the 6th seed. But with the Pelicans winning, that means the Warriors are going to be even more desperate to try to win this one. And then give me Nikola Jokic over his total points going up against the Spurs. 41 points last game, 30-plus points in 3 of the last 4 against the Spurs. He's going to dominate them. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Friday, April 12th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,